Today is a celebration show on DLLS Cowboys, and we got Mel Kiper's latest mock draft, my top 5 linebackers. Who's going to play next to Overshown? All sorts of things, plus a big trade in the NFL. It all starts. Meow. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the DLLS Cowboys podcast. Thank you for joining us. Please hit the like button on your way in. We sure would appreciate it. We got a big show for you today. We got a Mel Kiper post-free agency mock draft, which is always fun. See what teams might be thinking after we've got a little bit of free agency knocked out. We've got a big NFL trade, and what could it mean for the Cowboys? I have that question for you. And all sorts of other goodies for you. Smash the like button on your way in. Make sure you're subscribed to the DLLS Sports channel. Hello, my name is Jeff. Oh, I'm next to former Cowboy wide receiver Jesse Holley.
You know I'm Captain Messi. I'm not Captain Messi. That's you.
Why are you arguing with yourself?
That's you.
Wait,
that's
you. That's the epitome of Messi.
That's not.
Can you play that drop again,
it.
John?
When you doodle,
You
Messi.
know I'm Captain Messi.
How are you going to argue with your own self?
That's
Exactly.
not. That's John edited that. He cut that and edited that way.
You like Charles?
I do not know how to edit. So.
Yes, you do.
You like Charles Barkley. You got misquoting your own book.
No. John edited
Misquoting your own book.
Ken's in the chat. Jeff, has anybody reminded you about your Sky Moore take recently? Yeah, I get it pretty much all the time. And once he gets a good quarterback or a good head coach, one of the two, obviously Andy Reid, Pat Mahomes, and Kyle Shanahan are not the answer. But we get him in a good spot.
Before you get to me, can you introduce our guest?
Yeah, this is Walkie Walkerson. This
Turn
is
it
my,
in so people can see it.
this is my walker. We're on
a special guest.
we're on day
Texas
6.
Walker Ranger. We call him.
Day
Walker
6
Texas Ranger.
after knee replacement. Walker Dallas Cowboy. That's what this bad boy is. So now he's part of the show. Next to Jesse is the greatest beat writer in the history of the Dallas Cowboys, Mr. Clarence Hill.
Everybody got a mama.
Technically, I think.
Yeah.
I think that's accurate, technically. We're going to start with a celebration. We may need a song for this one. This is a little bit self-serving, but it's a thank you to you guys, as we have been informed that the DLLS Cowboys podcast has reached 1 million downloads.
1 million, baby. 1 million.
No. We're on TV. Oh, look at those special effects.
Oh, my God. You got them tips.
No, I don't like that. I'm going to tell you why I don't. Oh, no. I'm going to tell you why I don't like that. Because you, pick the leg up, and I can't do that. That's
Gotta hike it up for a meal, baby.
I was just jealous.
Y'all
Yeah,
get-
I'm never going to do that again.
Hike that up for a meal.
No, you want to get up there. Got to get picture.
That's because
Come
you
on
dumped
now.
it in
Come on, get
TV.
that. Cover me.
I don't like this. I don't like this chat. Keep pushing, Jeff. As a soldier in his 40s with foot issues, I can tell you it don't get better.
Oh.
Value your health always. Well, I'm hoping to rehab and have it get better. And I hope it
Are you going to actually rehab?
yeah, I'm doing it. I'm crushing it. I've been to physical therapy twice already.
Okay.
Keep pushing. Hey, scroll down. We got a first-time watcher
What?
in here somewhere. Somebody
Chase-
said they were the first time
Chase
they were from New
McCoy's
York.
here? Look that up.
Somebody said they were the first time. Keep
Look
going.
at Clarence breaking the
There he is.
show.
First time I'm able to watch you guys live. NC born and bred. Go Tar Heels.
Let's
man.
go, baby.
Nice.
Let's go, Inlock. Let's go, Inlock
Inlock.
600.
We've also got a guy in the chat that I'd like to encourage to close your window and don't watch our show. He said this is the stupid show ever. First of all,
Ricky.
that's not even grammatically correct, Ricky. And I hope
Ricky.
you have a great day doing
Ricky.
anything other than watching our show. You don't deserve us.
Go back to Boys in the Hood. Ricky! I'm going to get that gun.
You don't deserve us on your screen. But thank you to everybody. A million's a big number. Knowing that what we've started is growing and growing fast, and that there's some sort of value in it for you guys is pretty awesome. And so thank you guys for watching the show, and congratulations to us on 1 million. Yeah. Mostly congratulations to Jesse. I think you're the primary driver of viewership.
You think so?
Yeah. And so I just want to say mostly congratulations to you.
No, they come for the hate.
I think people fight through Clarence.
They come to hate
fight
watch.
through.
They come to hate watch Clarence.
Yeah, I think they just kind of fight through that.
Listen, it's been a great ride so far, and we want to continue this ride. And Jeff, Jesse, again, they be trying to have a twosome over there.
Yeah,
I keep trying to tell them we're a threesome.
Right.
But y'all be wanting to have a twosome. They're buddies, they're best friends. They be trying to do their own little thing.
That's true.
Is that gonna drop now?
I don't think threesome is the right word.
I don't think it is either.
It's not the right word?
Or twosome. Like, we are a dynamic broadcast duo for sure.
Dynamic duo.
Yeah, and then when you show up,
that's a good
triumvirate.
We're a trio.
We're just trying to keep it on track, really.
We're a trio. Three musketeers, guys. Three musketeers.
But John, we can't leave our boy John out.
John is more important than any of us.
Yeah, he really is.
Fantastic Four, baby. Fantastic
Four.
We are
the Fantastic Four.
John's
we are absolutely the Fantastic Four, and everybody brings their own unique perspective each and every week, and that's what makes us good. So whether you watch us,
come on.
There's a lot of
Michael B. Jordan, baby. Michael B. Jordan.
You got this.
Whatever. He's one of the Fantastic Four.
Rock.
He's an Oscar
his name
winner.
was Thing.
Thing.
Or The Thing? Is he
Rock.
Thing or The Thing? The Rock?
Rock. Rock. What is it?
His Thing.
The Thing.
And you got Mr. Fantastic. He's the stretchy one.
What about the fire?
And then, what was his name?
Blaze.
No. Johnny Storm.
Michael B. Jordan, baby.
And the lady is just like, is she just the Invisible Woman? Was that her fantastic name? The Invisible Woman? Yeah, there you go. Anyway, we had a big trade in the NFL today.
Two of them looks like. Or Hollywood is a free agent.
Who's that?
Is it Hollywood Brown to the Eagles?
We're going to have to work on your being here for the show and not just doing a show with the chat. I need you to lock in. I need you to be ready to respond to me. I'm high. I can't focus. I need you to focus.
That's what they got me in the middle of the day.
I need you to.
I'm just trying to keep
the Human Torch. That was his name. Yeah.
Trying to keep the current news going. Trying to see, we're going to talk about Waddle, and apparently while we're on the show, because I'm not on my phone, I didn't see that Hollywood.
You always say that like as if I'm not on my phone.
Well,
like you want praise for doing something. Like, yeah, you do. You want praise to say, look, I'm paying attention.
No, what I'm saying is, I agree.
Do.
So when you on my phone, I'm trying to keep up with current events and what's going on. NFL, like I tell people,
I'd rather you get on
NFL breaks on Twitter first. So when someone posted, as we're getting ready to talk about Waddle going from the Dolphins to the Broncos, they posted Hollywood Browns is going to the Eagles, a team that Jeff has already said is falling apart.
You just immediately assume the chat's telling the truth?
I don't know. I'm asking. I mean, I want that they're lying. Are they lying? Would y'all be lying to us?
Yes. Yes, they would lie to us.
Now they're going to start putting random stuff in the chat just because.
Yeah.
I'm just going to go on my phone and verify.
Dak got traded to the Jets. Just happened. Just saw it. So, yeah. We do have a big trade in the NFL. Jaylen Waddle is on the move from the Miami Dolphins, and he is headed to the Denver Broncos. Broncos are going to be good. I think that fits for them. You put Zoomy next to Cortland Sutton's big old self.
Mm-hmm.
I think that works for them. But what I want to get to is the compensation. So Denver's going to get Jaylen Waddle and the Dolphins' 4th-round pick in the draft. Miami's going to get Denver's 1st-round pick, their late 3, and their late 4. So essentially, the 30th pick in the draft and a 4th-rounder for Jaylen Waddle. And I'm going to localize this for you guys.
Uh-oh. Pick.
Would you take a late 1st-round pick and a 4th-round pick if the Cowboys were struggling to get a long-term deal done for George Pickens? Oh, I stirred it up. I stirred it up.
Before I answer that, I'm going to pull a Clarence.
He don't want to answer.
Before I answer that,
he didn't want to answer.
I'm going to take us back to a conversation that we had in Indy.
We're going to harken back.
To a conversation that we had at Tom's Watch bar.
Oh, we were only there 7 times in 4 days.
And we had a conversation with a very prestigious figure.
We did.
In the NFL world.
Hit the button, John.
Mugaletta.
we had a very
because we're journalists. We found him without Clarence around, and
Where
we
was
wanted
Clarence
to,
during this?
we wanted to be.
Where was Clarence at the time?
Where was
So we were around
Clarence?
the people.
Where were you?
Where were you?
Oh, yeah,
Working them
cigar
corners,
bar.
man. I'm
Cigar-
working the wire,
Yeah,
man. I'm working the
At a
corners.
cigar bar.
I am
Working the
high as hell.
corners.
And so we had that conversation, and what we took away from that conversation was the one thing that I guess the people that were there could agree upon, that it was very clear that playing on the franchise tag was not something
Not looking
they
forward to it.
planned on doing.
Not a priority for them.
That they didn't, and I'm not putting words in a man's mouth. I'm just saying from what I gathered from that conversation, his client playing on the franchise tag was something that
Not planning to.
not planning
Not
to
hoping
do that.
to.
Not hoping to, not planning to.
Right.
Either one of those.
Not going to.
Then you start hearing the
I
conversation
think he is going to.
Then you start hearing, the Cowboys put this out there, this particular tag out there, so they can kind of go and see what the market is. And we all talked about during our time in Indy and show here is this is probably the one agent that you don't want to give those type of options to.
Yeah.
Because if you're talking about a 1 and a 3 for Waddle, and the franchise tag and the way that it's constructed that George is under is supposed to be 2 number ones with the ability to negotiate one of those number ones.
Right. Or both.
Or both.
You can take whatever. You can do a different compensation.
And so I think as this thing goes on, and I told you guys buckle up because that's what I was basically informed after that conversation.
Seatbelt it.
About how this process was going to go. I think Waddle now gives you kind of a understanding of what a high-level receiver, young receiver can go for in the trade market.
Is George Pickens worth more or less than Jaylen Waddle?
More to me right now. But if they're talking about a 1 and maybe a 3, I think this is a conversation now that maybe some Cowboy fans weren't thinking about because they were only thinking about 2 number ones. But now seeing this now puts into the atmosphere, so there are teams willing to give up multiple picks for a wide receiver. One of those picks being a first-round pick included in those multiple picks.
Right.
That to me is interesting, to say the least.
And before I answer the question, Jeff, I want to ask you.
Oh, we were 0 for 2, huh?
Because he didn't answer the question, did he?
We're going to be 0 for 2.
What was the question?
What'd you do to trade?
Would you do a late 1 and a 4 for George Pickens?
No, not
And before I answer the question, it's important to note that Waddle is under contract.
Oh, he's already gotten his extension,
Yes.
so he's cost controlled.
Yes.
So Pickens may be worth less because you would also have to turn around and pay him.
Well, you got to pay him. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We understand that Waddle is under. He's already got his extension. And I think to your point, as I was saying with the Alec Pierce thing, Pickens ain't trying to be. Pickens don't look at himself as on the level of Jaylen Waddle. He don't look at himself on the level of Pierce.
I think that's Jaylen Waddle disrespect, honestly.
It may be. I'm just saying what Pickens and his representatives
Yeah.
and the way the Cowboys been talking.
Before
they
this
don't-
last season, nobody would have said George Pickens is worth
We
more
ain't
than
talking
Jaylen Waddle.
about. We're talking about now.
Okay.
I mean, and I'm just saying that Pickens looks at himself in the vein of Justin Jefferson and CeeDee Lamb. He does not look at himself as a number 2 receiver or the second option. He looking at, I'm going to get first option money.
Yeah.
And that's why Pierce's money doesn't mean anything to Pickens. And I'm saying, and I'm sure this trade compensation or whatever else, that's not going to make Mulugeta and Pickens blink an eye. But it's also interesting to note, Pickens and CD put themselves out on social media yesterday, riding around, palling around, and in a car together.
I don't know if they need to be pals.
Well, regardless,
George has CD breaking curfew. I need CD hanging out with
the
Dad.
bottom line is,
Well,
ain't nobody mad about the money. CD's already said, pay him what you want. You can pay him more than me. That's my guy. And I think it's important that they have a good relationship. They have a close relationship. This contract situation is not messing up their relationship and their ability to get along.
Coming up next on the DLLS Cowboys podcast, we can keep kicking it around. I do think that a receiver that is a $30 million receiver or whatever, I think it at least lets you start comparing, where it's like, what would it look like for player B? And it's a fun thing to do. Coming up next on the DLLS Cowboys podcast, the godfather of draft media, Mel Kiper, he put out his new mock this morning. What does it look like for the Cowboys? Do we love it? Do we hate it? Is it realistic? All those things are next. Let's take a moment, talk about our friends at AirDNA, the leader in data on short-term rentals. And they just released a free calculator to see how much you could make renting your home out for the World Cup. Occupancy is up 200+% already for the group stage matches, and we're still months out. Available rates people are charging is 2 to 3 times more than what they were charging last year. Dallas has the most matches of any city, including a semifinals match. This money can help you guys reach some financial goals. You want to remodel the bathroom? You want to build a new patio? Go on a vacation? It's a once-in-a-lifetime tourism event that's driving this demand. So don't sit on the sidelines. Take care of yourself. Get your monies together. Hosts earning expected to reach nearly $212 million. So listen to me. Think about the brand new patio, season tickets, epic vacation. Go to the World Cup. Stay with a friend while you rent out your house. I don't care what you do with the money, but you got to go see how much you can make, and you can do that at airdna.co/Cowboys.
If you love the NFL Draft, then this is your edge. The Die Hard NFL Draft Guide is built and based off of thousands of hours of film study, being boots on the ground, Shrine Bowl, Senior Bowl, Combine, talking to scouts, talking to coaches, really getting a feel for where these players are best going to fit and project in the NFL. And we're talking hundreds of players in this class.
Cowboy fans, you got to have access to Fran Duffy's Die Hard Draft Guide because he knows exactly what the Cowboys are looking for and has in-depth scouting reports on everybody that can help this team. So help yourself and be informed about the NFL Draft. Make sure you got Fran's Draft Guide.
All right, so what are you going to find in the guide? Well, you're going to find player comps. You're going to find strengths, weaknesses, physical tools, analytics, highlights, analysis from all across the space, everything you need to try and determine who are the best players for your team. You get access to the guide if you're a diehard, and you'll also get access to a couple of individual breakdowns I'm doing specifically for your team. All right, look, if you want surface level breakdowns, you can get them anywhere, but if you want independent thought, if you want thorough breakdowns on all of these prospects, become a diehard, get the guide. Or you can get access to the 2026 guide for just $26. Let's win draft season.
we got Mel Kiper mock, and I think when his come out, it's a big deal to me at least. Mel Kiper's mocks because he's very plugged in. Jesse busted off a sneeze right before we came back, but we're back.
I was trying to hold it, and I was like, maybe it'll go away, and I was like, nah, this one has to happen.
What?
Please hit the like button while you're here, and we may need to address that too. Did you guys talk about the Cowboys and their 30 visits while I was?
We did not.
No, they
dead?
just
Okay.
Some of them are just starting to drop.
Because there is an interesting one in there.
Some are just
From Indiana?
Yeah, there's an interesting one. But Mel Kiper, when he puts out his mocks, I do pay attention to him because I think he's really plugged in. And now that free agency has at least begun and you've seen teams fill some holes on their roster, you can start looking at the new mocks after free agency and see if you think anything has changed and what it could look like for the Dallas Cowboys. So I got this sucker pulled up for you. At number 1 overall, I'm going to shock you with Fernando Mendoza. At number 2, David Bailey from Texas Tech, the pass rusher to the Jets. At number 3, Arvell Reese out of Ohio State. Jeremiah Love, I know it breaks our heart. He goes number 4.
No, it doesn't break our heart.
We lost our running back.
It doesn't break our heart.
We lost our other running back.
We are not tied
Well,
at the heartstrings on Jeremiah Love.
It breaks our heart.
It does. Stop saying our. It doesn't break my heart one bit.
Jesse, is your knee really hurting from that dance? Because you're doing a lot of stretching, kicking stuff over. Your knee hurts from that dance.
No,
doesn't it?
I did.
Fantastic, Jeff.
I did legs this morning.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
So your legs are sore.
Yeah.
lower body sore?
Yeah.
Anyway, put the mic drop back up there for a second, please. The reason I say it's bad that Love goes early because I would like to see Love go to Washington, which would push Styles or
To
Bain
10.
down to the Cowboys. Is what I'm thinking.
Oh, I thought you meant like give them a really good football player that we have
I'd
to
be scared
contend
of
with.
that. No, I'd be scared of that, but I'm just saying it will push maybe Styles or Bain or somebody like that down.
That would be good.
That's the only thing I was looking for.
I mean, as long as he goes in the top 11, he's pushing for somebody. It's just a matter of which teams and what. New York Giants, Caleb Downs at number 5 overall, the Ohio State safety who I would love to have on the Cowboys. At number 6, the Cleveland Browns take Monroe Freeling, the offensive tackle out of Georgia. He's going to get boosted up because most of the good offensive linemen in this class are the guys who are potential first-rounders. It's a weird year. They'll play right tackle. And a lot of them might be guards. Monroe Freeling is a left tackle prospect.
Just from again, draft prospect, we talk about position value. Is a right tackle in the top 10 great position value? Because I understand left tackle. You want the you want the Tyron Smiths and those guys, the blindside guys. Why would you take a guy in the top 10 to play right tackle?
I think because, the Cowboys took a guard at 12.
I understand. I'm saying top 10. But I'm just saying.
I think there's just an element of I'm getting cost-controlled, cheap, good play. And so if I'm getting a starting offensive tackle that I think is going to be good, it's good value. But to your point, you would much rather pick a left tackle.
Right.
But what if they don't exist?
Well, I've been saying we keep talking about positional value, and we devalue running backs, we devalue off-ball linebackers. Why are we not devaluing the right tackle? Because they're not.
Because
again, when we build an offensive line, we talk about you want a left tackle, you want a
center.
I'm just saying when you're building, we're talking about the premier positions, okay?
Yeah.
And we're talking about the value positions: cornerback, pass rusher, left tackle, receiver, quarterback. Right tackle is not in that positional value.
Yeah. Somebody in the chat said, "What if you got a lefty quarterback?"
Well,
now he's your left tackle.
Obviously, but that's few and far between.
Right.
We're journalists. Why they call it the blind side, the left side.
Yeah.
That's who gets the most money. Left tackle give way more than the right tackle.
Yeah.
And I'm just saying that why don't we dumb them down at all?
The answer is because it's a weird draft, and the guys who are going in the top 10 this year wouldn't go in the top 10 in most drafts. So if you find a guy that you feel great about, and to me, like Miami's Francis Maui-Noah is a right tackle, and some teams might think he's a guard in the NFL. But I think he's the best, cleanest, safest offensive line prospect in the draft. And the other thing is, we have reached a point in the NFL where the pass rushers are getting freakier and freakier. Like, not that there's
Not that way.
Not that way. Not that there's not that they're
That
all
way too.
Not that way.
super dominant, but you got to block them. And offensive line play is probably an all-time low, at least in my NFL awareness. You just can't find dudes that can block these dudes. So if you can find any player that you feel really good about blocking the pass rushers that you got in the NFL today, I think that's okay. Number 7, Sonny Styles to the Washington Commanders in Mel's mock. Number 8, Carnell Tate, who seems to be becoming the kind of consensus first receiver off the board out of Ohio State, goes to the Saints at number 9. What's that?
He's slow.
4.53 is fine.
Yeah, I heard he was slow.
He's the same speed as CeeDee Lamb. Is CeeDee slow?
CeeDee went what number CeeDee go?
17.
He was 17.
He didn't go top 10.
Well, John Ross did. So if we're looking for speed, we can find it. Where did Darius Hayward-Bay
Top
go?
10. It was 8.
Kansas City Chiefs take Ruben Bain, the defensive end out of Miami. And at number 10, Mansour Delane goes to the Cincinnati Bengals. And I'll stop there for a second because I think that top 10, in whatever order, for the Cowboys, and it doesn't mean that life's terrible and you're not going to get good players, but I think that's worst case scenario.
Right.
Because the hope would be that you can get a faller at a spot that really helps you, right? Caleb Downs would be great. Sonny Styles would be great.
Bain.
I think Ruben Bain would be great. And then if not, okay, let me get the top corner on the board. Goes at number 10, Mansour Delane to the Bengals. And it's going to lead you into a conversation that I think will be very real for the Cowboys. At number 11 is Francis Maui-Noah, the right tackle of the Dolphins, or right tackle of Miami to the Dolphins. Stays in Miami. And at number 12 is Jermod McCoy, corner, Tennessee, who, when I go look at my notes watching these guys, the notes say he's the best corner in the class. My notes are they're even better than Mansour Delane, the LSU corner. But it's off 2024 tape.
Right.
2025, he didn't play. And we're now 15 months from when he tore his ACL. He didn't work out at the combine. And so he's going to be one that when Jerry says we're not going to have any red shirts, if those words were to apply to Jermod McCoy, if people thought he wasn't going to be ready, if somebody was dumb enough to let me be their GM, I'm not picking him at all. If we're 15 months out and you're telling me that when we get to camp in July, we'll be 19 months out, and we're not ready to play football? Something is wrong.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
his pro day is at the end of the month, and ideally he works out there and he looks great, and then suddenly you have a debate about the top corner.
There are two things I want to point out about not playing for last year. Injury aside, Jamar Chase didn't play last year.
Yeah, but he was healthy.
Yeah, right. So we can go on junior tape or the year before tape if you're that good.
Right, but he was
Parsons
healthy.
didn't play. No, I said injury aside. So the idea that he didn't play a year and we're going off 2024 tape, that shouldn't be an issue.
Yeah.
Because that 24
But
we were talking about top 10 guy. We're talking about special
That was
guys.
a guy with two
If
games.
you're that guy,
but you're talking
Michael Parsons didn't play his junior year.
He wasn't hurt.
He wasn't that. You can't leave that part out.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying he brought up we're just going off tape. I'm saying junior tape is not the issue. The issue is the injury.
Right.
The fact that we're going off the 2024 tape should not be part of
No,
the
that's
conversation.
okay. Yeah.
You know, it's about the injury.
Right.
And we're still 14, 18 months since the injury. He should be healthy. If it's a normal ACL, if it's a normal clean ACL, he should be good to go. And if if he's not ready to go at his pro day, then we got questions. But let's see what's going on with the pro day. I understand the questions about, well, he didn't work out at the combine. Well, he's trying to position himself to test the best.
Yeah.
Okay? Whether that doesn't mean he wasn't healthy at the combine. But it's my job, and I know we all go to the combine. We're selfish. You want to see everybody competing against each other, and we want people to perform at the combine. But that's your problem. Another thing, my issue is to make sure when I do perform, I'm at my optimal best.
But
if it is at its optimal best and is performing at the pro day, then that should answer our questions.
13, you get Jordan Tyson to the Rams. This is Mel Kiper's mock draft. Came out this morning, so it's post-free agency with those things considered. The Baltimore Ravens, Spencer Fano, the offensive lineman from Utah. 15, Kenyon Sadiq, the Oregon tight end. Let him get to 20 and watch me want a tight end. 16, the New York Jets, Ty Simpson, the quarterback out of Alabama. 17, Caden Proctor, gigantic left tackle out of Bama, goes to the Lions. 18, and everybody's doing this one now. Dylan Thieneman is replacing Harrison Smith as a safety in Minnesota. It's got to be at least racial.
Got to be.
And in 19, I do wonder if Mel was just attempting to do a mock that destroys the Cowboys the best it can, for a mock draft anyway. 19 is Emmanuel McNeil-Warren, the safety out of Toledo, who a lot of people like. Big old safety. They can play the nickel. They can literally set the edge, but can also play a deep half. Like, he's very toolsy safety prospect. So you get to 20, and 3 safeties are gone. So if you were thinking you were getting a safety in this draft, you're still guys, but there's nobody that you would want to pick at 20. And Mel Kiper goes with C.J. Allen, linebacker out of Georgia.
Which would be ideal for a lot of people when you look at what the Cowboys need.
There's your middle linebacker.
And this draft was done before the Waddle trade.
Right.
And so we were assuming that maybe Miami would take a receiver at that.
They could.
And how would that affect?
And in this one, their trade was with the Broncos, right? So it would only be the Dolphins who were affected. Dolphins could take a receiver, and in this case, it would just send you a right tackle prospect that I don't think the Cowboys would pick anyway, right?
Right, but somebody else might want him, I guess, move him down or whatever else. I don't know.
Yeah, so C.J. Allen at 20, I think to me that's okay. Like, I get it.
You're not excited about C.J.
Because
Allen.
you're looking for a middle linebacker. And C.J. Allen is probably the cleanest middle linebacker prospect in this draft. That you just, if you're talking about, yes, I want that little green dot to be on the back of your helmet. I want you to communicate the defense. I want you to line everybody up. If you were going to put that on a rookie, then I do think that he's the cleanest example of it. So I get it.
Where does he fit on your board, overall board, compared to the safety from East Carolina and everywhere else? I mean, beyond the middle linebacker, where does he fit? Is he a legitimate top 20 prospect?
You're talking to Emmanuel McNeil-Warren,
yes,
the Toledo safety?
And I'm talking about C.J. Allen, yes.
I have them both as second-round guys. If I put them all in order, I think I'd have McNeil-Warren above C.J. Allen. But it's a great segue question because linebacker, I think, is the Cowboys' biggest need. So throughout the week, we're going to update in different position groups who are the best prospects. And in the chat, I know a lot of people watch these guys. So in the chat, just tear me up.
Tear him up.
Tear me up when we're talking Cowboys linebackers because it's what they need in the next segment. And I'm going to give you my top 5, but technically I'm going to give you 6 because there's a guy that fits that doesn't quite make my top 5. But I'm going to give you 6. Smash the like button if you could while you're here. Make sure that you're subscribed. And we'll talk Cowboys linebackers in the draft. We'll do that next. Also, the Die Hard Draft Guide is a must-have for NFL draft season. So I want to encourage you guys to get signed up to be a Die Hard and take advantage of the incredible offer that being a Die Hard is. You're going to want to do that. And then on top of that, you get access to the Die Hard Draft Guide with our buddy Fran Duffy, who is our draft expert here at the All City Network. He's absolutely incredible at what he does, the depth with which he gets into all of these different players and his rankings. It's all good stuff, and you're going to want to have access to it. And guess how you get access to it? You sign up to be a diehard. And then on top of everything else you get for being a diehard, you will get access to the draft guide. And also on Friday after our show, you are going to get a private draft Q&A stream that is for diehards. So if you'd like to be a part of that, fire some questions at Fran. Tear up his rankings. Let him know. You don't know what you're doing or whatever. We're going to have that on Friday. After our show, there will be a private draft Q&A stream. It's going to be for diehards. It'll be with our buddy Fran Duffy. And that'll be good. You're going to enjoy that, you know. Get up in there and have yourself a good time in that show. So sign up to be a diehard. Get access to the draft guide. Check out Fran on Friday. You can interact with him if you are signed up as a diehard. And the intro offer we have going right now for $36 is a wonderful value. Normally it's $79.99 for your first year as a diehard. $36. You get the draft guide. You can get into the Q&A. You still get your free t-shirt. Look at Jesse rocking the DLLS Mavs t-shirt. And you can choose whatever one you want. Ow. Ow. What is that?
Why are you pinching
what are you
that
doing?
man?
Ow. What are you doing?
It's you know, it's St. Patty's Day.
St. Patty's
You
Day.
get pinched.
I think
You
about
get pinched.
I think about when people party as being St. Patty's Day. Dang it.
I partied on
So I
Saturday.
thought about Saturday. That's my fault.
Yep.
Pinch him.
That's my fault. Sign up to be a diehard or else, not a threat. All right, it's the DLLS Cowboys podcast. Can we agree the biggest need for the Cowboys right now is who in the world is going to be standing next to DeMarvion Overshown? Who's the other linebacker?
Yes.
Outside of pass rusher still? More
Yes.
so than pass rusher?
Yes.
I think even more.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
I think pass rush is more important and harder to find. But right now, you're lining up, and I'm not hating on the guy. I actually probably like him more than most. I don't think they're ready to go into a season with Shamar James starting next to DeMarvion Overshown.
So we've gone from middle linebacker ain't important. It's a devalued position. Inside, off the ball linebacker is not important, right?
No.
And that's where we are in the
No.
world.
I think
'Cause
that's
we don't pay them dudes.
It's a simplification. Because, like, the reason that a lot of teams wouldn't want to draft a linebacker too high is there will absolutely, we can take it to the bank that in the 3rd round, 4th round, probably the 5th round, there's going to be a rookie linebacker that starts in the NFL and is okay. It's going to happen.
It's like running back.
It's going to
It's
happen.
like running back.
Right. So the difference is how hard is it to get this job done? And the answer recently in the NFL is I can get running back done. I can get linebacker done. Tell me the free agent's
I can get a
available.
safety
I can
done.
get a starter, and he'll be okay. I can find it. Those other spots, trying to find somebody who's going to sack the quarterback 9 times for me, like, good luck.
Right.
Like, sure, Owe might do it, pay $30 million. And so that's why teams prioritize those things in the draft, is it's like, these are the things that are harder to find. Do I want to pay $40 million to get this job done in free agency and outbid the rest of the NFL? Or do I want to try to draft a guy and have somebody who's making $4 million do this? I can find a linebacker. They haven't yet, but in theory, we could pull up the top free agents available at linebacker in the NFL, and I could get this job done for $7 million. I can do it.
Right. So, again, that's why Patrick McQueen is available. I remember he was one of the greatest linebackers. You know, went to Pittsburgh, but
He had a good little run in Baltimore for a while, right?
Yeah, and was okay in Pittsburgh. But I'm just saying that one reason we improved the defensive line, one reason we improved defensive tackle to help the linebackers stop the run.
Correct.
Okay? You don't need a special linebacker.
No, but I need somebody.
You need somebody.
Somebody got to
But
play.
when you talk about the urgency of what's urgent for this team, in pass rush is still more urgent.
I think it becomes more urgent as soon as they sign a veteran linebacker. But for
Right.
today, you're short a starter. Like, you can start Ezraku and Gary, right?
Right.
That's your outside linebackers. Like, you can do that. And you kind of, sort of, almost have some depth. Like, they need it. But I think the only clearly I'm missing a starter is at linebacker, I think.
And this defense isn't good enough to just keep putting out there okay players. Like, it's just not.
CP's going to save us.
It's not good enough yet. It's not a defense that is solidified enough where anybody is a plug-and-play guy. You need some guys with experience. You need some guys with some versatility. You need that position to be of a premium type pick.
Pick or player, because the picks is not going to,
player, excuse me.
Because the pick don't make them a premium player. And just to push back.
Don't push me.
Push
I'm
back.
I'm close to the edge.
Just push back.
I'm trying.
Don't push
Jesse's trying
me.
not to lose his head.
I know
my
it.
edge.
Listen. Bobby Wagner is just an okay player right now.
Probably.
And that's who you want.
I think that'd be fine.
Yeah, but
He just you said we don't need
all
all
right.
so
Don't be a journalist. Don't be a journalist and not put my full quote. Don't be a journalist. Don't be a journalist and not put my full quote out there. Because the full quote it didn't stop at I want Bobby Wagner. It was I want Bobby Wagner and here are the reasons why.
Yeah. What's up now?
I said Bobby Wagner still has a little bit of juice left. I'm not looking for Bobby Wagner to get big significant starting snaps. I'm looking for him to come in to be a contributor, yes, but also a teacher, a veteran, someone who can show when you bring in one of these young linebackers, if it's CJ Allen, show him how to be a professional. Kind of take that and fast forward that progress up a little bit. Show them how to study. Be the Dak Prescott type of leader on the defensive side of the football. Play when we need you to play. Be a solid rotational piece that we can go to. But I need you in there for all the other attributes that you bring, not necessarily what you will bring to us on the football field.
You want Bobby and a CJ Allen in the first round.
Yeah, that's how most teams do it. Like that's
that's
how most good football teams do it. They yes, they sometimes go with rookies, but they kind of usher them in there and through a veteran to kind of help the process go along. When you're talking about playing that middle linebacker position in a defense that's going to be multiple and have many different looks and many different variations and formations, you're asking that to be a lot on a rookie linebacker. And we're talking about not having time for this to you say all the time about, I don't got time for development. I got to win now. I want to win right now. Then you need these type of people in your program to help you win today. And if things aren't going right, Bobby Wagner, I think Bobby Wagner would be great in a reduced role. They had too much, they put too much on his plate a year ago in Washington. And you saw him wear down throughout the end of the season. If you're playing first and second down, getting a young, more athletic, more versatile kid in there on third down, and you switch it up a little bit, I think you have Bobby Wagner longer throughout the season because he is one of those guys he's like Derrick Henry. The older they get in the sense of the way they take care of their body. They take care of their body the proper way. They eat the proper way. They work out the proper way.
You're saying somebody else in that same draft class that plays running back might not have taken care of their body the same as Derrick Henry?
I'm just saying.
I'm asking. That was what I thought of.
I'm just saying that
the
one dude who is up there in age and in carries
I think you're
still
doing
rolling.
That's because you're trying to bring back St. Patrick's Day because he had a St. Patrick's Day moment.
Yeah, he sure did.
St. Patrick's Day parade moment.
Yeah. And I'm going to do that to Jesse on the show one day.
You going to pinch him?
If I have consent.
You going to pinch him?
Show you guys his chest a little bit. Let you guys see what he's working with. No, not pinch. With all that said, here's Jeff's top 5 linebackers in the NFL draft. Top 5 according to Jeff by Jeff. And you are welcome to jump in the chat and tell me that I am a stupid idiot. I encourage that sort of behavior, you know? I think disagreement is healthy. And so these are my top 5. Sonny Styles is number 1 because Sonny Styles is everything you want in a middle linebacker. You want elite size? Check. You want elite athleticism? Check. You want tape that says I can play the run and I can cover? Check. He has everything. So he is the clear-cut number 1 linebacker prospect in this draft. Number 2 for me is CJ Allen at Georgia. And I'll tell you right now, 2 through 5, 2 through maybe 6 are separated by the amount I missed the league by. Just a little bit. I shouldn't say that because people know that the real answer is real big. I think this group is close. They're all different, and I understand the appeal of all 2 through 5. C.J. Allen is the middle linebacker. You want somebody who's going to diagnose and do it right on every play and be in the right spot on every play and line your defense up. C.J. Allen's good. He's got some ability in coverage. I don't think it's a massive mismatch if you catch a running back in coverage on him or whatever. C.J. Allen's just a really solid player. Jacob Rodriguez at Texas Tech, who I have at number 3, is like there's an element of C.J. Allen to him. I think the difference is Jacob Rodriguez plays faster, good and bad. That sucker wants to make every play right now. He has a history of a bunch of ball production, forced fumbles, interceptions. He gets to the ball.
Know what he needs?
What's that? Coach.
Little
Bobby Wagner.
Little big bro. You know what I'm saying?
I like everything you're doing. Do it a tick slower.
Yeah, do it. Hey, and that's the thing that Bobby can tell him. Hey, listen, brother, you 100 miles an hour.
And you're going to get there.
But this particular play, you need 98.
Yeah.
This particular athlete, you can't go too fast playing against.
Play action does exist.
Yeah, like this quarterback, you have to understand, fellas. I just think that type of leadership for these type of athletes is what is necessary.
Somebody in the chat said no love for Golday. That's Jake Golday at Cincinnati. He'll be my linebacker 7, I believe. I know there are people who are higher than that on him. To me, he's a size speed prospect. That's not a finished product. And so he will not be in my top 5 or my top 6. Number 4 on linebackers that the Cowboys could have is Anthony Hill Jr.
Junior, love the junior. He's a junior.
Mr. Junior. He has some of the physical Sonny Styles appeal. Anthony Hill Jr. is bigger, stronger, and would win a foot race against C.J. Allen and Jacob Rodriguez. So you're going to have he may be the second linebacker off the board because he does have all of the size, physical attributes. There's snaps where you watch him in coverage and you're like, he could be a really good coverage linebacker. To me, I guess on tape, it looks like a guy who a year ago at Texas was being put in a different spot more often.
Yeah, he was having rush more.
Yeah, he was chasing quarterbacks. And like his operation, I don't think, is as clean as the guys that I have above him.
That's why he needs Bobby Wagner.
But if you put him with Bobby Wagner, like there is absolutely a chance that 6 years from now, 2 years, 3 years from now, you go, why in the hell did Anthony Hill Jr. make it to pick 41? Like there's a chance.
Right.
But also the higher you pick, the more I also want that tape to be incredibly consistent. And that I don't get that from him. But boy, you want somebody who can run and hits like a truck and has all the physical tools to do everything. He's got them. And so I think all of those guys are in the mix to be first round picks. Number 5 is my outlier and is the reason that I'm going to actually give you 6 names. Because number 5 is Kyle Lewis, who I don't know that he would be a fit for the Cowboys because he's small. I don't have it in front of me, but I think he's 5'11", 220. Like, he's small. And a couple of months ago, the reason I watched him is Mel Kiper put out his safety rankings and had Kyle Lewis number 2. And I'm like, I hadn't even heard of him. And I went and watched him. And he will step out and play the nickel, but when he does, he basically just runs to the flat, smashes into somebody, and then stands there. But at the Senior Bowl, I mean, locked up running backs and tight ends like no linebacker should be able to do, makes a ton of plays, filled the stat sheet. He's a really, really, really good player. I don't know if the Cowboys will want a small linebacker as your Mike, and so I don't know if his name will matter, but I put him on there because he is one of my top 5 linebackers. Then I want to throw in number 6. Just because I think he does fit.
A little freebie.
Josiah Trotter at Missouri
is
the son of Jeremiah Trotter.
Mm-hmm. And the brother of?
Who's the other Trotter?
Jeremiah Trotter
Jr.
Oh, yeah, Jeremiah Trotter Jr. I forgot that I already saw another Trotter. So
your face was like, Mr. Brother? Who is that?
And is that accurate? He's okay, he is the son and the brother?
Yes.
So Josiah Trotter, you're talking inside linebacker? You want to turn on tape and watch somebody that is like, oh, we're playing downhill? We're smashing into people?
And like K9?
Josiah is happy to smash into people. Maybe too happy to smash into people. So everything, if you can cover around him, because I do think you would have coverage concerns. I think Josiah Trotter is the one that has the biggest weakness in his game is when you're asking him to cover, especially if you're asking him to play man defense. But, boy, if we're playing straight line football, you want me to read, diagnose, key, get there, and smash me a running back? I think Josiah Trotter fits, and that's why I wanted to include his name.
He sounds like what Brandon Spikes were back in the day. I come out of Florida.
Okay.
Downhill.
You know who he reminds me of? Nick Bolton. Taller Nick Bolton.
Okay.
And he's a good player.
Yeah.
But if you had to say what is his weakness, it's coverage. But you want to diagnose and you want me to be in the right place, you want me to play the run, I got you. He reminds me kind of Nick Bolton. True Texans in the super chat. Jeff, good to see you out of MASH 4077. I don't know what that means. Good luck. Thank you.
Well, we also got Casey Marshall, again, first-time watcher.
Yeah.
In the chat. He's from Virginia Beach. Casey Marshall. We'll scroll down a little bit, but Thank you, man. Thank you. Virginia Beach.
Thanks for being here. Smash the like button while you're here. That's good for us. I can tell you, with a replacing the second half of the show is way tougher because I have to get up and move every once in a while, and I can't really get up and move. And your boy's in pain right now. Coming up next on the DLLS Cowboys podcast, Jerry said if this team could play a lick of defense, they could make a run. Do you believe that this defense will play a lick of defense? That's next on the DLLS Cowboys podcast. All right, we do have the limited time intro offer to be a diehard in here. So why don't you go ahead and get signed up to be a diehard. Yeah, go ahead.
Take a walk.
Can I take a walk?
Yeah, take a walk,
all right,
man.
Watch that clock.
Yeah, I got you, man. I got 2 minutes.
I appreciate the hell out of you right now.
Man. Yeah, I got you, brother. Yeah. Listen, man. Head on over right now. The QR code is in the bottom of the screen. It's the limited time offer. This is not going to stay long. I promise you that. This is not going to stay long. $36. The free agent frenzy diehard sign up. And here's what you get. For $36, you sign up, you become a diehard. You get all of the great product that DLS offers. The Rangers, the Mavs, the Stars, and the Rangers. Right? The Rangers, the Cowboys, the Stars, and the Mavs. You get all of that product, right? You get a free t-shirt. I can tell you right now, one of these t-shirts that I have on right here, available in there. It's good shirt, good quality shirt that we have right there. This right here, gonna run you about $36. So the shirt pays for itself with the membership. And in addition to that, you get 20% off any and everything that we have on the website. So if we have a sale, you get 20% on top of that because you are a die-hard member. And have the Discord. We got wrestling in the Discord. They got food in the Discord. We're close. I got to meet with HR about that later on this week. Jeff is going to have a rehab Discord in there. Oh. Jeff is gonna
Jeff twerking. He's twerking.
Jeff is gonna have a rehab
twerk
Discord
a little bit,
in there.
Twerk for him.
But you want to make sure
Twerk for him. Make that booty clap. Twerk for him.
You want to make sure you're heading over to sign up today. Don't miss out on this opportunity to get the Die Hard membership for just $36. And as Jeff sitting down, this is not a threat. Or maybe it is.
It's not a threat. MD Rose said, hey, Jeff, where the dice at for that walker? Where do you put dice? I know people put tennis balls on
Yeah, you
there.
need a tennis ball. You're not an old man.
Hang some dice.
You're not an old man. You put some tennis balls on there, man.
I got to find a couple.
Make it scoot a little better. Let's scoot a little better.
Somebody said that man's knee is fine. Nate, I suggest they play Walk It Out while Jeff do his walks.
Hey, walk it out.
He don't know about no walk
it out.
I east side walk it out.
Yeah.
I said I walk it out. I walk it out like Usher. I know. Look, if Andre 3000 is on the song, I know the song.
You gotta do South Side then.
Nah, that knee ain't ready
Everybody
for that.
do the South Side.
That knee ain't ready for that.
Jerry Jones said, let me find my quote. Jerry Jones said, let me find my quote. Oh, it's probably on our show sheet, huh?
What'd he say? What'd he say? What'd he say?
I lost it. No, it's right here. Jerry Jones said,
I.E.
via the team's official website, so probably to like Tommy and them, maybe Patrick.
They were at the race.
The what?
You salty.
They're at the what?
They were at the
You
race.
salty.
What
You
race?
salty. You
What
salty.
race? The
Grand
big race,
Prix.
Arlington Grand Prix on
Prix.
Sunday.
Oh, who drives in those? Is that the F1?
Yeah, those type cars.
Those type.
You did not know you were really drugged up. That was the big thing. It was a big thing in Dallas this weekend. The Arlington Grand Prix and
I watched the movie F1, and then I went to my my stylist, and I said, I want my hair like Brad Pitt's in F1. And she did her best, but my hair's not his hair, is the way it turns out. And I don't know what product he uses. Pray. I don't know. Jerry Jones said, and I quote, I'll tell you, when you have the challenges that we had last year, there's no place to go but up on the defensive side of the ball. Had we played a lick of defense last year, we would have had ourselves, I think, a real playoff run. Do you think that's true? If they'd played a lick of defense last year, they'd had a real playoff run?
A little bit more than a lick.
Yeah, what is a
A
lick?
what?
It depends on what a lick is.
I got a question for your chat.
Okay. You don't want to answer questions.
I got a question for the chat. How many licks of defense does it take for Jerry to get some glory hole?
3.
How many licks of defense do the Cowboys need for Jerry to get some glory hole?
How many, Jeff?
3.
Three.
It's a 1.
A 2 and a 3.
3.
So
That is dating ourselves.
So
if you're in your 40s or up, you absolutely know that reference.
Oh, I know that one.
You know the Tootsie Pop?
So in the draft of free agency, we got to get some licks for Jerry. That's our goal.
We got to get some licks for Jerry.
Get some licks for Jerry.
Okay.
He got a couple of licks in free agency. How many licks in the draft he need?
I like that as a motto for the draft. Licks for Jerry.
Licks for Jerry.
How many
get that
licks
as a
for
shirt?
Jerry we need for this defense? He said it is we played a lick of defense. Do you believe they played a lick of defense last year? They make a deep, not just get to the playoffs.
No.
They make a deep playoff run. They play a lick of defense.
They need, first of all, a lick wouldn't have done it. Okay?
What about 2 licks?
2 licks wouldn't have done it. They needed a gulp.
Full 3?
They needed a gulp. They needed to go ahead.
They need to be the chomp of defense.
Yeah. They needed to have pause. They needed to have a mouthful of defense. Pause.
Not just a little. They get a whole bite.
Yeah, a whole
Gotta
bite.
get you a bite.
You gotta get a whole bite. But here is the thing, and this is I don't get as upset at Jerry as Jeff does. But
I don't get mad sometimes.
But here's the thing:
Normally I'm
is
happy.
that you come out and you say, if we would have played a lick of defense, we would have had a deep playoff run. You're the reason they didn't play a lick of defense, bro.
Like this.
You're the reason.
Yeah, he is.
Before the season started, you traded away the best player on the defense. And then you consistently and continually to go and get these bargain bin players, the Kenneth Murrays. And all due respect to you guys, this is no disrespect to you, but the Kenneth Murrays of the world and the Kyer Elams, and you bank on a third-round dude who was coming off an ACL injury, and you think that Fowler Jr. is going to give you another double-digit sack like he did for another team, and you bank on Sam Williams, and you bank on all these guys who don't have the proveness. That's the word that I just made up.
I like it.
They don't have they haven't proven themselves that they can go out there and do it. This is on you. They didn't play a lick of defense. And on top of that, you trusted your boy. You brought back your boy who was looking lifeless and helpless week in and week out.
Which
with
one?
Eberflus.
Oh.
They tried him on the field. Y'all sent him to the booth. He had revisions in his plan. He was simplified. He complicated it. You're the reason for this. The lick of defense that wasn't played last year was because of the players that you thought was the right ones to ship out and bring in. So when you say that, you didn't help them. You didn't fill this team up with players. And then you tried to make us believe that when Kenny Clark came over here, we finally got the guy. We got our guy. He's going to be the run stopper. And then you realize, he's not the guy either. I need to go get another guy. Now, Quinnen came in, and Quinnen had a moment where it was like, okay, cool.
We thought it was fixed for 2 weeks.
For about 2 weeks, yeah, because you played the Raiders. And it was like, this is going to be great. We got it fixed. And then that didn't happen. And so, when you say things like this, Jerry, it's you. That was the reason they didn't play a lick of defense last year. Everything that has to do with why these rosters are the way that they are is because of the approach that you have built and taken over the last 2 decades. And that's why it isn't the same. We haven't had a complete full roster that a lot of people believe in since when? Since maybe the mid 2014, 2015-ish era. And before that, around 2008 under Bill Parcells.
Yeah.
You're the reason they didn't play a lick of defense.
Yeah.
And if you don't get more players in here, we won't make a deep playoff run either.
Can I get to this real quick?
That's good. You did that.
Can I ask you a question?
Ask.
How'd that feel?
I'm already tired. I didn't have the energy to exert in that one.
But the Jerry frustration will crank you up sometimes.
Because he says
it's
it
not
like,
my fault.
Yeah, he says it. Yeah, like it's not my fault.
I'm just glad you got you one in. Sometimes you need that to cleanse your soul so you can
Need to get
broadcast
it out.
normal.
Better out than in. Better out than in.
Yeah, you don't want to keep that in.
Better out than in.
Sometimes you have to express yourself to Jerry so that you can be okay the rest
because
of the day.
you hear these quotes and these comments and it's like, yeah, well them. No, it's you.
It's you.
It's you, bro.
Dog. It's you, dog. So we got an idea for Jim Ben. We did the Busted Budget song. It didn't work.
Yeah.
We got to get a lick song.
Licks for Jerry?
Licks for
we
Jerry.
Cannot make that song.
We got to do a lick song for the
cannot
draft.
make that song.
For the draft, we got to have a lick song.
Can we do a shirt that just says "Lick a Defense"?
Lick
Lick a Defense.
a defense. We got to get a lick a defense song for the draft. Every time they get a draft pick, we got to do the lick song. A defensive draft pick, we're going to play the lick song.
Okay. Well,
Lick a defense. Because they're not busting the budget. So busting the budget is busted.
Yeah, but
now we got to get lick. We from busting to licking. Wow. You can't make this. These are all from Jerry quotes. Now come on now. It's from
We
Jerry.
are on TV.
Shout out to Ron Sr. in the chat. I appreciate the unprotected stuff you did back in the day that let us have Ron Jr. be a part of our programs.
Sir, what are you talking?
What? I told my parents yesterday or the other day. I said, man, I appreciate what y'all did that one time. That let me be here.
Yeah.
I think it's important that Ron Sr. in the chat.
It was planned, though. I mean,
Cheat was an option.
When you say unprotected, it's like it wasn't planned.
Oh, I have no idea. I have no idea if it was
They're
or
a
not.
family unit. All three of them.
John, can you pull this up? Because I do. Shout out to my homegirl Shells.
Oh, now every female you see
What
in the
Shells
chat.
at?
She's not even in there.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying because
She's my homegirl too, at least on Twitter.
yeah, she loves
Shelby?
the club. Yeah, Shelby.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Shelby.
I call her Shells.
Okay, Shelby.
She loves the Club Pop Pop song, and she's like, I haven't heard Club Pop Pop in a while.
Yeah.
And so can we
I
play?
Club Pop Pop yesterday.
We did
It
exactly.
was his intro song yesterday.
Well,
Maybe we
maybe
can play it again.
just play it again.
Yeah, play it again for my
Look,
girl
we got,
Shells.
We got 3 minutes to
Club
hit it.
Pop Pop, where legends drop. Clarence Hill just can't stop. Breaking news, you gotta hop in Club Pop Pop.
It's a good song.
That's a good song, man.
It's a good
It's a
song.
great song.
That's a good one.
And since we're doing shout-outs, shout out to my boy Calvin Watkins, my little brother. Happy birthday today, Calvin
Happy
Watkins.
birthday, Calvin.
I'm Clarence.
Yep.
Calvin is now on this show for you people to continue to get this
Yeah, Todd
confused.
France, if you're watching. That's Clarence.
I am the senior member of this Cowboys beat, not Calvin.
That's interesting. Why
Just
does
because he
get
has the first question.
Why does he get the first question?
That's just, that's some incestuous stuff with him and Tad and the Cowboys. I ain't got no,
the newspaper?
Who's older, you or Ed?
It's older, but it's
not.
TV guy. He's
Daily
not.
on
He's
the
not.
beat.
He hasn't been there. Oh, Ed's older.
He's older.
What are you
Ed,
going?
Ed and Calishaw, they all of that same ilk.
How
Maybe
are you
more.
going to react the day that they open a presser? Calvin's not there,
It's me.
and Joe Hoyt gets the first question.
Well, Joe is way down the list. There's Todd.
Works for the
there's
paper.
Machota.
Works for the paper.
Yeah. Joe is way down. Love Joe. Popo Joe. Joe is down the list a little bit.
When he gets the first question, I can't wait to see Clarence just be
That's
like,
my
no.
boy. That's my
Absolutely not.
I'm not. Listen,
That's
I would never hate on Joe.
That's my journalism son.
I
He will
love-
not go before me.
I love Popo.
We appreciate everybody being here. I did have a couple of random questions, but I don't think we have time to get
got a
through 'em.
minute.
We got a minute.
Yeah, we got 1 minute, so we're just gonna have to vamp.
Ask me the question because you know he's not going to answer the
How you
question.
feeling?
I'm tired today.
Yeah, you look
Why you tired?
I
What you
know
do
you're
last
tired.
night to get so tired, though?
It's a fair question.
That's a fair question.
Didn't get a lot of sleep?
What caused you from getting sleep?
The rim wasn't right.
The REM sleep.
The rim sleep.
Oh, okay.
Last night was the first night I got more
The
than
rim sleep. What do you?
Yeah, that's the good hours.
That's,
Last night was the first night I got more than 2.5 hours of sleep since surgery.
so you stole my sleep.
I did. I got 6, they say.
All right. Well, you know what? I'm glad that I didn't get much of it. If you got it.
But you're in pain now?
Oh, yeah.
So
Especially when
did you take drugs?
7 a.m. I took a lot of them. So I'm due to take another one if I want to, but I'm trying to not take it the same all the way through. I'm like, I bet I could start stretching it out a little bit because I don't want to be high all the time.
But don't be high all the time. Well, let's,
But I also don't want to be in pain.
But we are high today. You know why we high today?
1 million
1
downloads.
million. 1 million, baby. 1 million.
We are on TV. Gentlemen, the fourth along. All night long.
Hit the like button. Thanks for being here. Remember, you have no idea what anybody's going through. Be cool to everybody. We love you. Be
One
easy.
M.
Unlimited tendencies.
He's a black man.
We all silly like the mayor.